Hey guys, welcome to the video. In this video, we will learn about the GoHighLevel appointment booking system. So the entire system for appointment booking in GoHighLevel, it consists of multiple tools and features, and we're going to learn about them. We are going to learn about the features it has, what it can be used for, and we will look at the things in practical. So I will actually show you how to implement the entire system. So the features GoHighLevel appointment booking system has is, first of all, the appointment booking functionality itself, how people can book calls through the calendars created inside GoHighLevel. Next, it syncs the calendars. They sync with Google calendars and Outlook calendars. Next, it integrates with Zoom or Meet. So if it's the calls, if they are online, you can connect your Zoom account and Google Meet account to send a dynamically generated meeting links to them. And then you can create automated appointment confirmations, reminder workflows, and cancellation workflows, no-show workflows, any kind of automated message that goes out based on the meeting. And then you can also accept payments. So these are the features. These are the main features, if not all of them. And let's talk about what it can be used for. So definitely it can be used for personal meetings, sales calls, class bookings, clinic bookings. By clinic bookings, I mean, booking slots into any kind of clinics like wellness clinics, dentists, med spas, and stuff like that. Coaching sessions, inspections, salon bookings, and many more. So it can be used for similar purposes, right? Now let's have a look at what we will look at in this video. So we will create calendars in GoHighLevel, and by creating a calendar, I will show you all the configurations and what you need to look out for. Next, we will look at how to sync Google calendars or Outlook calendars with GoHighLevel calendars we will create inside the system. Next, we will look at how to integrate Google Meet or Zoom. Next, we will look at setting up automations, automated confirmation reminders. So if someone books an appointment, you need to get a notification. They need to get a confirmation email that their appointment was received. They need to get reminders about their call or appointment. And then we will look at setting up cancellation automation. So these are the things that you must know before using the GoHighLevel appointment booking system. So without further ado, let's go to my other screen and we will start implementing these things. Okay, here we are. Let's go to settings, and from there, let's go to calendars. This is the calendar creation interface. So here you can create different types of calendars. You can create groups as well if you want to categorize them. For example, if you are creating calendars to accept class bookings for a gym, that gym has adults classes, kids classes, women's classes. So you can create groups for adults, groups for kids, and groups for women, and then create calendars for under those groups. So that's just groups in general. For creating calendars, you need to hit create. So this will give you a few options. Personal booking, which is a simple event. It comes with restricted functionalities. Round robin, so this is more dynamic, and this is what I'm going to show you in this video. Class bookings, this is like all the calendar configurations are pretty similar, but they're for just different use cases. Collective booking is just multiple hosts meeting with one participant, so that this is many to one paradigm. So in this one, we're going to look at round robin. So what this does is, if you create the calendar, you can create multiple people to accept calls, and you can have one person. That's totally fine, but this allows you to control the bookings, control the blocks. Like if you want to block off a certain slot, this calendar makes this really easy. That's why I really like this calendar, and this is what I'm going to show you. So if I create this calendar, what it's going to ask me to do is it's going to ask me to add a team member. So that team member needs to be added under my staff. Let's say you are the one who is accepting appointments. You are the one who's going to conduct the meetings, right? You need to be added to this calendar, right? And for that to happen, you need to be under my staff. So let's say I want to get the appointments, right? So I'll go to my staff, and then first of all, I'll create a user for myself. And that user can't be an agency level user. If the user has an agency level access, that user needs to be added to the sub account as well. But I'll just create a user here in this level. So I'll just say Hasib, and then I'll just say just a test email I have, and that's it. So I'll just create a user for myself. So this user will accept the bookings, right? So let's go to calendars now. Let's try to create the calendar again. Round robin. Now it will ask me to select the team member, and I can add it. So I'll just call the calendar book an appointment. All right. You can add a description as well if you need. But what I need to do is I need to give it a booking plug. All right, and then confirm. Now I'll close it and I'll go to edit, and this will give me further functionalities and further edits, updates. So you can add a calendar logo here. You can change the name, description, group. So we don't have any groups. Like I said, if you want to categorize your calendars, if you have a lot of calendars, you can categorize them, but I don't need it. What should be the name of the meeting invite title? So it can be just the name of the contact, so don't touch it. And then here we will come back to this setting later when we are setting up Google Meet or Zoom. So let's just hit save. What I want to show you is the availability settings. So when are you available? So let's say Monday 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. right? And then I can copy this over to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I'm not accepting bookings on Saturdays and Sundays, right? You can also try to look busy, so hide the number of available slots by 30%, let's say. So you can do something like that, but if you don't like it, just keep it off, right? And then recurring meeting, if it's a recurring meeting and turn it on, you can just configure when it recurs, like how many times it recurs, and if slots are unavailable, what happens, right? So this meeting will be 30 minutes long and the interval will be 30 minutes. So let's say the slots will be shown for 8 a.m., 8:30 a.m., 9 a.m. So if the interval was like 60 minutes, then it would show 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., something like that. So this is the intervals. Minimum scheduling notice, I know you know what it is. So it basically means that people will be able to come at 7 a.m. and then be able to book for 8 a.m. That's what it means if I set it to 1 hour. But if I set it to 1 day, then they need to book for the next day, right? So they won't see the same day slots. Date range, so how many days do I want to make available from the current date? So from current date, I'm making the next 21 days available. That's what it means. Maximum bookings per day, you can configure that. Maximum bookings per slot, which is very important. So if you are having one-on-one meetings, keep it one. That's it. Pre-buffer time, post-buffer time, you can keep it. Like if you can have a post-buffer time of like 15 minutes or 30 minutes. If you want to, if you had a call, you want to give it 30 minutes break after the next one is booked. Okay. So that's it. Save, and it will ask you a few options, like you could add custom forms. So you can create forms inside GoHighLevel and add those forms here. So these are forms created inside my HighLevel account. I can choose any of the forms from here. What that allows you to do is that allows you to ask custom questions. Like if your form has a few questions you're asking people, then adding that form will allow you to grab those details from that contact that's booking an appointment with you, right? Okay, so these don't need to be changed. So this is the consent box. This is very important. Keep it. Confirmation, redirect URL. You can redirect them upon booking to a thank you page, or you can just keep the message saying that thank you for booking an appointment. So I'll just say thank you for booking an appointment. We will send you a confirmation shortly. You can put your Facebook pixel ID here. Auto confirm is, yeah, definitely keep that on. Accept payments. So if you want to accept payments, you can do that by, first of all, you need to add your Stripe account. So your Stripe needs to be connected to this GoHighLevel account. Otherwise, you can't really accept payments. And if you want to accept like $50 or $100 for appointments, you can do that, right? You need to make it live though. So if it's on test mode, you can do tests bookings, but it needs to be on live if you want to accept payments from a real card. So I'll make that live, and then I will go to this. So I will keep these are the default confirmations and stuff. I just want to keep them off, because these are what we are going to do using the workflows. We don't want to send them default messages going out, because I don't really like the wordings and stuff, and creating confirmation and reminders from workflows will allow me to send it exactly how I want it to be sent, right? So that's it. Save. Nothing else to be done here. Allow rescheduling and cancellation. You can configure that yourself. This is the button, schedule meeting. If you want to say appointment, you can totally do that, and you can change the color of the widget, of the actual calendar widget. That's it. That's how you create the calendar. Now let's see one more thing. Here I have only added one user. What if there are two people who are accepting appointments? I have two users here and I want to add both of them. That's it. And what happens now? So this calendar, by the name of it, we know it's a round robin calendar. So the appointments get booked in a round robin fashion. Like the first one will be the first person, the second one will be the second person, based on the priority, of course. So if you set high priority to this one, the calendar will look for slots in this user's availability first, and then it will go to the second one. But if it's both are high priority, it will be again in the round robin fashion. Okay, so I'll set both to medium priority. Now regarding availability, let's say the users, let's say this user, the first user, this user is available from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and the second user is available from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. What will happen is the availability will be the same, like 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. but whatever call comes between 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. will be assigned to the first user because that user is available then, and the second user will get the calls after 12 p.m. Let's configure that. Let me just show you how that's done. Let's say my staff, this is the first user availability, and this user is available from Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. let's say 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and copy it over to the others. Okay, so this user is available for 4 hours. Now let's go back to the second user. I'll set availability for this user from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. So 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. and copy it over to the others. So whatever call comes to this calendar during 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. will go to this user, the first user, and the others will go to the second one. That's how you can control the available hours. Now, what if they're available from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m., both of them? What will happen is it will go back to the round robin fashion, and whoever has more priority will get the appointments first, or if they have the same priority, it will be shuffled and it will be done in a round robin manner. Okay, so as long as we have talked about the availability, now let's look at the calendar. Okay, so I'll click on share, and then this is the scheduling link. So this is the calendar we just created, 30 minutes, and this is the form. So they need to submit this form and they need to make the payment. So because I have enabled payment, that's why it's asking me to do the payment. So I'll just keep it off. All right, so once I turn this off and come back here, there we go. Now select, it won't show me the payment information again. Cool. And now if I just submit this and hit confirm, it will confirm the appointment. But before I do that, I just wanted to show you one more thing. Let's just go to share option. If you want to embed this to your website, let's say you have a book an appointment page in the website, what you can do is you can just copy the code, put it on that page through an HTML block or something based on whatever website builder you're using. Every website builder allows you to put embed codes, so you just need to figure out how to do that. Once you do that, you just put this code, and then that will populate this calendar onto that page. So this is totally embeddable anywhere. And also you can use it on your funnel pages. If you create funnels, you can create a funnel page called book an appointment and then put this calendar there. That's how you create and configure the availability and redirects and payment stuff, all those stuff. That's how you create inside the GoHighLevel calendar. Now, with that being said, we have already created this part. We have already implemented this part. Now, in the next part, we will see how to sync Google calendars or Outlook calendars with this calendar. Okay, let's look at Google Calendar integration now. This is the calendar we created, and let's go to edit. I have removed the other user just to keep it simple, but just so you know, as you keep increasing users, nothing changes. You need to configure Google Calendar or Outlook Calendar the same way I'm going to show you now. So this user is added to the calendar. You can't really add Google Calendar to the GoHighLevel calendar itself. What you do is you connect Google Calendar with the user's profile. Let's say this is the user. The user connects Google Calendar with his profile, and because the user is connected to the to the GoHighLevel calendar here, the Google Calendar will integrate itself with this automatically. So all you need to do is just integrate Google Calendar with the user. Let's say this is the user, right? What I will do is I will log in. There's a functionality called login as. So I will log in as the user that I just created. So let's say this is the user I created for this account. Oops. Oh, this user is not activated. Let me just activate this real quick. Okay, guys, I just activated the user. All I needed to do is just set up a password for that person. So now it will allow me to log in as the user I created for this calendar. So once I hit login as, it will log in as that user. Now that I'm logged in as this person, I can go to settings and my profile. As you can see, my profile wasn't visible before now. Because I'm logged in as this user, it gives me this additional option. Now I can go to my profile and go to calendars, hit Google Calendar, and now I will log in as with this email address. Continue. You need to allow these, and then once you're done, you're done. You have connected to Google Calendar. Similarly, if you want to add Outlook Calendar, you can do that. iCloud Calendar, Calendly is not much needed because you're not using Calendly if you're using GoHighLevel calendars. So basically I have connected my Google Calendar. Now there's a few more things we need to do here. Linked calendar, hit edit, and then you need to see that the Google Calendar where you'd like to add new events. So this is the Google Calendar. Whenever someone books an appointment on the GoHighLevel calendar, the meetings will also be created in your Google Calendar as well. That's what it means. Okay. Conflict. So this is basically checking for conflicts. If you have an appointment at let's say Tuesday 10 a.m., the Tuesday 10 a.m. slot is created in your Google Calendar. That slot won't be available on your GoHighLevel calendar because you have it on check for conflicts. So conflict checker is on. That's why you won't be seeing the you won't be seeing those already booked slots, right? So if you want to do one-way sync, which is fine, you can do that. Or if you want to do two-way sync, you can also do that. Like if you create a meeting on your Google Calendar, that meeting will be also created in your GoHighLevel calendar, and then automated messages will go out. But if you want to keep that one way, that's fine. Okay, so this is how you connect your Google or Outlook or iCloud calendar. This is pretty simple. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the Google Calendar sync. So I'll just mark that as done. Now let's look at how to integrate Google Meet or Zoom. So let's go back to the profile. I'm still in under my profile. Here, if you want to connect Zoom, what you need to do is you need to go to video conferencing and add new, and then you can connect your Zoom account. But the same Zoom account can't be connected under multiple GoHighLevel sub accounts. You need to be careful about that. Like the Zoom account needs to be connected to only one sub account at a time. Okay, you can also connect Microsoft Teams, just so you know, if you are using Microsoft Teams, but Google Meet and Zoom are most popular. So because I connected my Google Calendar here, Google Meet was automatically connected, so I didn't have to explicitly connect my Google Meet account. That's all done. Now once you're done, if you connected Zoom, what you needed to do is come here under user availability and select Zoom. Because I'm not doing Zoom, I'm using Meet. I don't need to do that. So now I need to go to my calendars and hit edit calendar, go to the user. So here in the meeting location, I'm using Google Meet. Okay, so you must do this, otherwise the link won't be auto generated. Okay, what's that? Well, that's done. Let's go to preferences. Meeting location will be Google Meet. That's also checked. Account preference. These are some additional functionalities you can check. Availability, time zone, all those stuff you can check from here. If you wanted to connect it with your Google service, local service ads, you could do that from here. But for video conferencing, like the stuff we are talking about right now, which is Google Meet integration, everything has been checked and everything looks good. So this is how you connect your Google Meet. So let's mark that one as done as well. Now we will talk about setting up automated confirmations and reminders. Basically, if someone books an appointment with us through this calendar, they need to receive an email confirmation, probably a text confirmation as well, Also they need to receive the reminders for the appointment, and we will set that up now. Let's go back now and let's go to automation, and don't worry, we'll test the entire flow once we create all these workflows. So let's go to create folder. I'll just say appointment booking automation. Now we will go to this folder and create a workflow. Now you don't have to create something from scratch because GoHighLevel has a pretty good template that I always use. This is the recipe. This is the appointment confirmation reminder. You'll find it all the way at the bottom. Hit select. So this will create a template of appointment confirmations and reminders. You don't have to do a lot of stuff for this. What you need to do is in the trigger section, you need to come here and say add filters in calendar. Just select the calendar you created. That's all you need to do in the trigger. Basically, if someone books a call in this calendar and the appointment status is confirmed, which will be automatically done, this workflow will start working. Now, this is the first action that gets done through this workflow. This is the confirmation email. So from name, you can just say your name, and then this is the email, but this email needs to be going out from a dedicated sending email domain that you'll configure on the settings and email services. And this is the subject line. Hello, your appointment has been confirmed for, these are all pre-written. So let us know if you have any questions. In the meantime, when it's time, please use this meeting ID. And here, what you need to change is, this is very important. So this, you need to go to custom values here and then go to appointment and say meeting location. Okay, so I'll just copy this because I need to put it on the others as well. And these can be just, you don't have to do anything here because these are add to Google Calendar link, add to Outlook, cancel, reschedule. So all these can stay as it is. Now this is the 24-hour reminder email. So 24 hours before the appointment, this email will go out. And how I've configured that is by putting a wait trigger here, and the wait trigger waits until before 1 day of the appointment. And this is the 24-hour reminder. Same thing, we will just use a dedicated email sending domain email here, and then here I'll just say that's it. Okay, and the same thing needs to be changed on the 1 hour before reminder. That's it. And then you'll change these as well. Okay, and anything below that I'll just remove because that's overkill. So that's it. Save and publish. So the confirmation email goes out 24 hours before the reminder email goes out, and 1 hour before another reminder email goes out. Once the appointment is booked, what you need to do is you need to send yourself an internal notification. So I'll just do internal notification, select type email, CRM info at, this can go out from, again, this will need to be going out from your dedicated email sending domain. All right, and then user type will be the assigned user, new appointment booked, and I'll say hi, new appointment booked by name, email, phone, date and time. Now you can fill out these by using the custom values. So name, contact full name, email will be contact's email address, phone number will be the contact's phone number, and the appointment date will be going back from contacts, start date time, best CRM. Whatever your name of the CRM is, you can put it here. Okay, now I'm sending this to the assigned user. So what I need to do is I need to assign this to the user. Okay, so assign to user, send an internal notification to the assigned user, and then send all these bunch of confirmation. And you can send yourself reminders as well. So I can just say copy action, and then 24 hours before you get a notification as well. So reminder, all in 24 hours. All right, you can change this, and then you can send one before 1 hour as well. So just copy this, put it here, 1 hour, and then change the body. Okay, so this is the simplest appointment confirmation reminder. You can do other stuff as well, like add tag. So add a contact tag called appointment booked, so you can filter them out later. Whoever booked an appointments with you, you can add them to opportunities and pipelines. So if you have a pipeline called leads, booked consultation, you can add them here as well, and the opportunity name will be the contact.name. You'll get it here. This is the one. Okay, so well, that's done. Hit save. That's it. Okay, so this is your workflow for appointment confirmation reminders and other bunch of automations as well. Now we will mark this as done. Cool. So now let's go ahead and test it. Let's go to settings, or you can go from here as well, calendars and calendar settings. And what I will do is I'll share the calendar, copy code, and test it. Okay, so let's go for 19th, 1 p.m. This is actually based on my current time zone, so don't worry about it. I'll just say John, and the phone number will be my email address will be this, and then I'll just hit confirm. Confirmed. Now, because I integrated my Google Meet, this will generate a unique meeting link here. And then now let's check my email if I received it. Okay, guys, I received this email as a confirmation from my from the system. So this is the email that I received as the user who booked the appointment. Okay, so this is what I received. This is the Meet link, and I will receive the reminders as well before the call too. So the first one will be sent 24 hours before, the second one will be sent 1 hour before, and this is the link. As you can see, it ends with AXO. This one also ends with AXO, and this is what I received as the notification to whoever is conducting the appointment, whoever is going to conduct the appointment. This is the user details I sent through custom values, and this is the appointment date and time. Okay, so that's the appointment automation for confirmation, reminders, notifications, and all those stuff. If I go back here, I will also see the appointment under opportunities because I added this to the pipeline automatically. So the opportunity or the lead or whoever booked the appointment should be added here. As you can see, this is the recently booked appointment by me, which is the test. Okay, so that's the testing part, and I will mark that as done. Now, handling cancellations and no-shows, like if someone clicks on the link for cancellation in the email that you're sending them and canceling the appointment, you can handle that by sending them follow-ups to rebook. If they don't show up, then you know that they didn't show up, and you can just mark that appointment as no-show, and based on that you can send them follow-ups to rebook, right? What I mean by that is, if I go to calendars, this is the recently booked appointment, as you can see, and the status currently says confirmed. Now, if they don't show up, you can just mark that as a no-show. Okay, you can do that from here, or you can just go to opportunities as well, and you can click on the appointment. All right, so this is the appointment. You can just click on the I don't think it will let you do it from here, but you can just click on the person, click on the name of that person. This will take you to the appointment page or the contacts page. I think you can do that from here as well. Okay, so status will be no show, so you can mark that no show from here as well. Once you do that, you can go to automation, appointment booking automation. I'll just create a workflow from scratch. I'll just show you the concept of cancellations and no shows. So canceled follow-ups. The trigger for this will be appointment status, same thing as the previous one, but this time I will say appointment status is canceled and the calendar is book an appointment. Now what I could do is, if they cancel, they canceled, so I can just remove them from the workflow that I set up for them for confirmations, right? So recipe, this one. Okay, so I can remove them from the confirmation reminder because they don't need to receive any further reminders. That's all done. And then I'll tag as canceled appointment And then what you can do is you can just remove the tag called appointment booked. Yes. So because they canceled, I don't need to keep them tagged appointment booked. Similarly, you can, on the other workflow, if they book, you can just remove the tag canceled appointment, just so you know. And now I will wait for 1 minute and then send them an email. Right? So from name, from email, you can fill that out. Sorry, you had to cancel the appointment. And then you can, write the email body and then put that calendar link again here in the email, maybe as a hyperlink or as a naked URL. But once you do that, that will also that will be sent to the person who canceled the appointment, right? And then wait for maybe 1 day and then send the email again. Right, this is a follow-up. Okay, so email follow-up, we are waiting for you, and then put your email body like, hey, sorry you had to cancel, are you looking to book again, here's the link, da da da. So just keep doing this again, copy all actions from here. This is how you create the cancellation follow-up workflow, right? So this is the cancellation follow-up. Okay, now what needs to happen is if someone books an appointment, let's say they canceled and they are now in the cancellation workflow and then they booked again, what you can do is you can just remove them from the canceled workflow. So if someone's even booking for the first time, they are not in the cancellation workflow, it really doesn't matter, just so you know. Okay, so you remove them from the cancellation workflow if someone books an appointment. So whether it's new, whether it's someone who canceled in the past, doesn't really matter. We're just checking if they're removed from the cancellation workflow. Similarly, you can have another one for no-show follow-ups. No-show follow-ups. So if you mark any appointment as no-show, this workflow will start sending follow-ups to the person who did not show up, and the trigger for this will be no-show, and everything else remains the same. Maybe the tag needs to change, say no-show. That's it. And then everything, you can just tweak the emails and follow-ups a bit. But that's how you create cancellation and no-show follow-ups. That's how you handle canceled appointments and no-show appointments. So with that being said, this one's done as well. That's pretty much it for now. Hope this video, this entire session was useful, and hope you have better understanding of the GoHighLevel appointment booking system. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.